Welcome Project Metal Music! Join the fun! Chat with the bands! Ask them questions, chill out and relax!
Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host Young, and we are here with the absolutely brilliant Absinthe Green. Welcome, Absinthe.
Hello, nice to see you here. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, Absinthe, could you introduce yourself and what you do within the band?
Yeah, okay. My name is Irini, or else known as Absinthe Green, and I'm the singer, songwriter, and producer of this band called Absinthe Green. This was actually my stage name many years ago, as I started off as a bassist, but I took this name and I made it to a band because it was like something very, very personal to me. So that's why the band has my own stage name, Absinthe Green.
Cool, cool. So let's dive into some questions. So, as a child, what were you listening to?
It's funny because I grew up in a very musical home, a very musical household, because my parents would listen to everything from classical music to jazz, blues, and a lot of rock and metal. Actually, it's my dad's fault that I started, you know, um, with a hard sound, because he was a very big hard rock and metal fan. So he introduced me to metal by exposing me to Black Sabbath and also different other bands, but I think like Black Sabbath, The Damned, and all these other kind of like darker sound and aesthetics band that are the most important, and the kind of the basis upon which I started building my own aesthetic and sound as a musician. The- and as a fan as well. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Um, Apart from your parents getting you into listening to music, was there anybody else who actually say, "Oh, listen to this band," or "Oh, listen to that band"? Who have you got? Any other people, or was it like a journey of self-discovery after that?
It was mostly self discovery, actually. I was lucky enough to live in this day and age where we didn't have the internet and all the streaming platforms. So I was really just getting my pocket money, and I was waiting, to get some money out of my allowance so that I can go to the record shop and just look at the records, and just judging mostly because of the artwork and all that, to just make the discovery. Sometimes it was amazing, sometimes it was something that was not my cup of tea, but as you may also know, it was very important and crucial to discovering new sounds at that time back then.
Cool, cool. So, out of all the music and bands that you've listened to over the years, who was your main influence to say, "I want to become a bassist. I want to become a singer. I want to become a musician in general"?
This is a very cool but also difficult question, because I started wanting to become a musician at a very early age. Like when I was 4 years old, I was already in a music school because I started playing music as a little kid. So I started like at 3 years old with keyboards, with piano, and then I just jumped to guitar, to actually classical guitar. But I was very much exposed to bands like Deep Purple, like The Doors, like Janis Joplin, and all that. And this kind of feeling, the chemistry, the way they would express themselves was something that I was always admiring. And I was like, how the hell they're giving me goosebumps. This is exactly what I want to do. This is exactly the feeling that I want to give to the other people and to share with the audience. So maybe it was like one of these kind of um, starting figures, also David Bowie. But this was very, I think, subconscious and kind of, not so straightforward at that time of my life.
Yeah.
But these continue to be my idols and the idols of so many other people nowadays.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, were you before you started Absinthe Green? Were you in any other bands prior to that?
Yeah, actually, I originally come from Greece, but I was living in Germany for many years. And I've been in a couple of bands there. And then I started doing session work as a musician and producer, and mostly as a bassist. So I've been part of different acts in Germany, but this was mostly session work. Of course, I loved playing with other bands, but it was about time at some point to just do the thing with my signature called Absinthe Green.
Cool. Cool. So, what have you been up to, especially over say the last 12 months?
On the last year, actually, we are preparing to launch our debut album, something that's been long awaited by our fans and the people who are following us. But we had the unlucky situation of falling into a very bad contract, which we came out of. And we can luckily say that finally, uh, on December, we're gonna have our debut album out. Until then, we have shows ready to happen, different releases. We had a release last month. We're going to have another release this month on the 21st of March, actually. And we've been actually touring and gigging nonstop, preparing a lot of cool material and audio visuals to our tracks, because that's something that I like to do. I always like giving an image to the sound. So that's what we've been doing in the last months, and that's what we will be doing building up to September when our album will be finally released.
Cool, cool. So, um, could you tell us a little bit about the new album? How many tracks is there on the album?
What about the track? Sorry.
How many tracks are there on the new
Yeah,
album?
it's going to be 11 tracks. I started working on this album as a concept back in 2016. So this is like all the work piled up back in 2020. I came back to Greece and I came together with the band, took a couple of changes in the band members' front, but we're solid as we are right now. And we did the production together with Healy Hilesmak, which is one of my favorite people to work together with. He's a renowned Finnish producer who's done work for bands like him, Lordi, Sentenced, and many other bands. And that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that everything he put out musically was something that really deeply resonated with me as an artist and as a musician and also as a fan. So when we communicated and I've seen how easy it was to work with him, it was like very refreshing and very amazing um how flowing it was, uh how natural it came. So I can't wait for the people to listen to this work. Some of the songs are already out of the album because we've released already uh, a few singles, but I can't wait for the people to experience this as a whole body of work as it was intended from beginning to end.
Cool, cool. You've recently, I think you said last month, or I think it was about 2, 3 weeks ago now, the song "Same Old Fire."
Yeah.
Uh, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Actually, this is a song that I don't even know. I think I've written it back in the 2016, and it's a song about this longing of some things that still are sparking. There's this old fire that's sparking, like the things that you want to forget, but you can't because they're strong and they're just burning up inside of you. So it's a song about longing and about some hope that's not lost. The thing is that when I wrote this song, I had it in my mind as a duet. uh, I had a great friend, Warl Dane. I don't know if you know him, of the band Nevermore and
Yeah,
Sanctuary. Such an amazing person and friend and personal muse. And if you listen to the chorus, I think if you know his voice, you know what was intended for him. But unfortunately, we couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he passed, and we were not able to do it together. And this song, like, in the end, came out to be such a meaningful song that's underlining his absence in a way. But it's
cool.
really that, like, the same old fire that will never burn out. And that's also like my thoughts on my friend, because he is so important to me, and he will always burn brightly in my heart. And I don't think that anyone will ever forget him.
Yeah,
So in the end, this song is a homage to him.
yeah. So, um, have you sort of like writing any new material to like do a like follow up album?
The thing is, I have a lot of material that's in a very primary state. I have material for two more albums, and Healy, the producer that we worked with, he really was eager. After we finished this album, he already asked me to do an EP coming after that. And this will all come in time, because right now I'm so busy doing shows. Last month we were also in Finland and Sweden. We went there to do a couple of shows. They were amazing shows, such an amazing, warm audience that we played to for the first time. And Finland is like one of my most favorite places to play at. It was a dream come true because I really love this country. Sweden as well. Sweden was an unexpected, amazing audience experience. I really couldn't fathom how warm and amazing these people would be, and how well they would receive our album. So I have a lot of new music that I can't work on just now, because I have so many different things to do. Like right now, we're releasing a cover on the end of the month. Next month, another song, and then another song, and then another song, and then we have the album release. So I can't wait for this circle of the things getting released to happen, so that I can finally, maybe during the summer, sit down and do the pre-production to the new songs. I
Cool,
can't wait for that as well.
cool, cool. So, you mentioned that you've been on tour doing concerts and stuff like that. I've got a question from my brilliant moderator, Aussie Ann 2025. She asks, any plans to travel abroad
Oh,
to outside of Europe? To like
outside
say
of
go out,
Europe.
out to say go out to Australia or to North America.
Well, we have already traveled in different countries in Europe. We did our UK tour, and we have another UK tour in September, I believe. We don't have any specific concrete plans to travel outside Europe, but of course, we would love to, and we can't wait for this to happen. We would really love to travel. Actually, I don't want to even name a country. We would love to travel anywhere, but of course, the States, America, Of course, we'd love to travel there because we have fans coming from there. Uh, but anywhere, seriously, like we want to spread the noise of Absinthe Green everywhere. It would be an honor to visit any country, really.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you, Ozzy, for that. So going on to um, for the new album that's coming out in September. Is there any sort of like plans on bringing out merchandise for that album?
Of course, I mostly try to have new merch with each new song, with each new single. So you can imagine that, of course, for the album, we're gonna have merch of the album. But if you see, like, if you check our Bandcamp and our website, absinthegreen.com, we always have something special, even limited edition. We try to always just put something out that's collectible and special and limited edition to each song. Like, for example, with Same Old Fire, I had this idea to just put out some lighters that say Same Old Fire, because it's fire. So yeah, funny story, some of our lighters were detained actually at the control because I forgot to pack them in my checked in luggage. So I just lost like 30 of them on our trip to Sweden and Finland. But anyway, we have a lot more. And yeah, I'm always trying to just have something special out for the hardcore fans who want to collect special items with each release.
Cool. Yeah. So yes, sort of like staying on the merchandise. I know some of my subscribers normally want me to ask this: is there any sort of like plans on uh, bringing out vinyl records?
Yes, actually, yes. And it's funny because the first physical release of the album will be a vinyl record. So the CDs are also happening, physical CDs. But the first and foremost, vinyls are coming out, and they're gonna be special edition, um, 180 grams, amazing quality vinyl with some green and smoke. It's not gonna be plain. So yeah, we're gonna have that in limited edition. I'm excited. I'm getting ready to actually get some test pressings any day now. So I'm eager to get them and test them.
Yeah, cool. So look, Aussie and 2025 says no finals. Same here, low
I
final.
mean, who doesn't? If you're like a music fan of the olden years, of course, it makes more sense to have vinyls.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so um, normally, normally I get people to ask this question: what is your favorite song to play live, whether it be your own music or a cover version of a cover song?
To be honest, I mostly like playing my own songs, and I love it when the people resonate and click with that. Um, I don't have a specific favorite one. I think it depends on the time and the vibe of the audience. But I have to say that Same Old Fire is a song that really resonates with the audience. And it's a song that I always ask the audience to turn on their so-called flashlights. Now we have the flashlights of the phones, so it's not the real ones, but yeah, I love it because you have a sea of lights over. And I remember the last time I was talking about how I want to have a very safe space for everyone in our shows. And I always ask people to come together and embrace each other in the song. And there were two girls who were kissing each other uh, in the front of the stage, and I felt that it was so special because love is love, and people shouldn't be afraid to show who they are. So to me, to for me to have people expressing their love and their emotions in my show is a win-win situation, is really what I'm striving for as an artist and as a person in general in this world. So this was an amazing experience for me.
Cool, cool. Yeah, it's always good to have like a nice safe place to for anyone in the world. Those,
Exactly.
yeah,
Except if
uh,
you're fascist and homophobic and all these phobias and isms, then you can fuck all the way off. I'm sorry, can I swear? Is
yeah,
it
yeah. You
allowed?
can, yeah,
All right, all right, all right. Perfect. But you catch my drift, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, oh, nearly lost him. Nearly lost me.
Yeah, just exactly at
Yeah,
the point where I was saying that we are being censored.
yeah, yeah. It's the internet connection's a bit, a bit iffy at the minute. It's the weather we've been having. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like spread love, not hate.
Exactly. That's exactly what it comes down to. Exactly what you said.
Yeah. So, um, are you sort of like going out on back out on tour again? Any dates? Any dates coming up?
I don't remember the exact dates, but yes, we have a UK tour that's gonna happen in the end of September. We try to fit Scotland also in there. We'll see if this happens, and we're gonna build up the dates around that, I guess. Yeah, and we have also some individual shows until the end of the summer.
Cool, cool. And you can actually find the dates on your website.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool,
Absinthegreen.com. Anyone can go there and find the tour dates, the news, anything. And they can also send us a message
cool,
and connect with us.
cool, cool. So, where can people find you on social media? We've just spoken about your website, but have you got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, places like that?
Yeah, of course, they can find us on Facebook, Absinthe Green Music, I think. Uh, you can find all the details of the social media on our website, absinthegreen.com. But yeah, yeah, I think it's Absinthe Green Music on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's Absinthe Green Rocks. This is the band one. My personal one is Absinthe Green. And yeah, we have an X Twitter. We're not using it anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
But
don't you?
yeah, but yeah, anywhere around there, like Facebook, Instagram, anyone can find us there.
Yeah, cool. So, guys, for anybody who is in the chat, if you've got any more questions, please ask away. We're going to start wrapping things up in about the next 5-10 minutes or so. So, um, any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Don't do it. No, I'm kidding. I of course don't want to, uh, especially when I'm talking with younger people. I want to encourage them to this, but really, I'm making music because I can't exist without making music. So I feel like my biggest advice is to not give up, to be true to yourself, to practice to become better than yourself any given day, and to aim high. And don't be disappointed and disheartened when things don't work out the way they should. It's a very difficult industry. It's a very difficult, I don't know how to call it. Like it's a very, very difficult calling, and not everyone appreciates how important this art and music is in general, because if there was no art and music, many people wouldn't exist. There wouldn't be such beauty in the world. So I feel like just do it if you can't live without it, and just do it for you. Don't do it in order to get paid or stuff like that. It's very difficult out there, but I feel like if you're true to yourself, that's more than enough. And practice. That's all I can say right now.
Sound advice there. Sound advice. So, any sort of like final words before we start wrapping things up?
Thank you so much for inviting me here. It was a pleasure to have this chat with you.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure, Absinthe.
And
So,
hopefully we'll see you in one of our shows in the future. Who knows?
yeah, hopefully, yeah, hopefully. If one of the dates is close to where I am, I'll be straight there. I'll be
Where
right out.
where are you? Where do you live?
Yeah, in the northeast of England, called a place called Sunderland.
Oh, Sunderland.
Yeah,
Amazing. I have a book. It's called Alice in Sunderland.
yeah, that's the basis of the book Alice in Wonderland, and Alice Through the Looking Glasses was actually written in Sunderland.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I'd love to visit. Would be lovely to go and play there.
Cool, cool. Yeah, and Absence, thank you so much for coming on, and it's been a total pleasure to actually speaking to you.
It's the same for me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, my pleasure. So, guys, go check out Absinthe Green. I've put all the links to the band's social media, such as like Facebook, Instagram, and the website, in the description. So please go check them out. I've been sort of like listening to these to this band for a good 2 weeks now, and they are
Oh,
absolutely brilliant.
oh, thank you
Absolutely,
so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to checking out our music. Thank you so much.
my pleasure, my pleasure. So, Absinthe, again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a total pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure for me as well. Have a great night.
You too, you too. So, guys, until next time, we'll catch you all later.